Hello, my name is Jonathan and welcome back into my home. In this video, we are going to be doing an art meditation simply titled Drawing Someone You Love Because You Love Them. And if you are returning to this video because you found someone to do it with and you don't want an introduction, you can simply click on this timestamp and you'll go directly to the meditation itself. Now, to introduce why I think this is important is because art is a social event. Now, of course, you can have people who are drawing from their imagination, and of course, it's a way of being with yourself. Of course, that's also true. But what I mean is that for the majority of time, artists have been drawing people. And I think I'm not in a unique situation in having a shoebox full of sketchbooks that now, of course, because I've started doing this, which I'll be talking about in this video, these sketchbooks are much more precious. But I have another box, significantly bigger, that contains several years worth of drawing and art that I pretty much don't care for. I don't even want to look through it. And the big differentiator between those started a couple of years ago. When I was introduced in my sketchbook collection, a very small sketchbook here, and it is not being drawn in so fast. Rather, I'm taking my time because in it is contained a small portrait of a person that I simply, I knew that I wouldn't see them for a while, so I asked them, hey, can I draw you? And I have not ever had a no from anyone, and that means that now this sketchbook contains a very, very pleasant memory of sitting down in private and drawing someone that I care deeply for. And you'll see that a lot with the way that practice is being touted, that, if you want to improve, you gotta draw and you gotta draw and you gotta draw and you better draw. And what ends up happening is that you're being pushed towards this place where you essentially get stuck looking up photos online, drawing things that aren't that close to you and don't mean much to you, which of course means that you end up in the situation of having an enormous amount of your work not really meaning anything at all to your being, and of course then you reject it. I have an example in this sketchbook that I did, still working on it, and in it you can see that I have some studies, of course, for my daily practices, and some of these are from videos and photography, and they don't necessarily mean much to me, even despite the fact that I think that they are brilliant drawings and I really enjoy looking at them. What ends up happening is that instead, the page that I would personally go back to and revisit is probably this one, which contains the drawings from my father visiting me recently, and it's just his hands, as you see, his arms and hands holding something precious. And a page like that is absolutely invaluable as both a diary but also a sense of, you can get such kick out of finding those drawings again, of like, you saw a nice rocking chair and you drew it, and 2 years later you're reminded of a whole vacation that slipped your mind completely because you didn't take that attention to it. And so in doing this meditation, I hope that you have a friend that is obliging to sit by you. You don't have to watch this video and then have them do it with you, rather to have the courage to ask, because you would be surprised just how delightful it is to sit in front of someone and give them your full attention. And I mean, full attention. They should not be on any kind of like stream, like, TV, be it a small pocket one, or a smartphone, or a TV or something like that. They shouldn't be watching anything. They should be looking at you, or at least nothing. And they don't need to be quiet. You don't have to quiet down your sitter and be like, hey, you ought to be shh because this is very serious. It's not that serious. It's a fun, meaningful thing to do with whoever it is that is lucky enough to be appreciated so much by you. Because when you are really seen, which is something that rarely happens, you can get such a well-being feeling of it, and really being complimented for features that you never really paid attention to. Because drawing someone, it's quite difficult, really. And then when you find something you like, plenty of people, when they look in the mirror, they're focusing on these little scars, but then like you might say, wow, like the way that your silhouette of the silhouette of your face, I admire it. I love it. Can I draw your silhouette? That might stay with them for a very long time, for good or bad. So I hope that you either have a photo of someone you care for. It can be from just any photo from your phone, even, of someone that you like, or have them sitting in front of you right now. And then we're gonna do the meditation. So first of all, what we're gonna do is that we're going to be expressing a whole lot of gratitude towards the person who is sitting for us, because it takes a lot of effort to really be seen, and encouraged as well to be seen. And the way that I like to jumpstart my feeling of gratitude is to feel my heart. And so it starts from within, and then you push it into your hands and into the drawing, okay? So if you just put both your hands on top of your heart, and you feel your heart, and you feel it pumping to your hands, and also in your shoulder, and wherever else it flows in you. And just remember that this was given to you like a free thing. It beats 100,000 times a day. It'll beat over 1 billion times in your lifetime, and it's, as long as it beats, you will be here. It's like a remarkable system. Just given to us for free. And I want you to think about the person that you are about to draw, and you can look at them as well. It's not necessary to close your eyes. And I want you to think of something great, or something that you're thankful, a coincidence, or something that happened, the person that you're drawing with, that just makes you feel good. And once you have this moment, you picture it, right? And also, it can also just be this moment that you're sharing with them right now. And that is to take this feeling from your heart and just put it into your hands. And I want you just to hold out your hands and breathe high in your chest. And think of just how you can push this feeling into your hands. Now picking up an instrument. we're gonna get ready, and I want you to still keep this feeling your heart pumping, and just taking it in, and feel it throughout your body and also into your hands, and into your instrument, and also with your eyes, which is really as a way of touching the world. It's to, should we say, of just gratitude. And of course, starting from the whole point of this meditation is an expression of love. So, and you can, just in the beginning, as you're feeling out the page, you can just jot down little interesting things about the person that you're drawing, like, and they can move as well, and get comfortable. What you want is that when you find the place that you're going to be drawing from, I want you to just ask them if this is, because it obviously should be natural to them, just ask them if they can return to that position, and then when you need to look at them again in this position, you just ask them to return briefly, and so you can get your marks down. And you might be noticing something specific about the nose, and these lines, they're for you, right? Like, then they cannot see them. I mean, they might be close enough, hopefully, that they can look at the sketchbook and also just marvel at it, and just really like, oh, well, maybe something like that. Ooh, and you can leave, like, you can travel across the page and just, jot down little things like eyelashes, like eyebrows, and another miscellaneous things, and don't be afraid to just throw away the whole page. I mean, it might, of course, like, of course, don't be careful not to be, this drawing sucks, because if you're drawing someone and it's not going too well, like, is it because and then people get very self-conscious if you throw away a page after drawing for a while. But you can just be like, can I try again? Can I try again? And if you keep the enthusiasm, you push out with this gratitude from your hands, I think you will get more than one chance to draw the person that you like. Now, so I'm just gonna make a mark here. Let me see if I can get this. And I'm drawing off a painting of the person that I love. So it's really okay just to, like, enjoy a drawing you already did by, like, drawing it twice in private, like, completely perfect. Just enjoy, using this tool that you practice so hard to get to this level that it is, and express things with it. And it just starts with being very careful to say, oh, and where does this go, and really just, a few short marks. To get a sense of where my scale of the page, and then just go in and carve in a little bit, and maybe a curious mark. You might have missed it, and if you feel uncertain about a part, right? Remember, you are studying them, you are appreciating them. And then, so if you feel like, oh, I'm having a bit trouble with this part, you can just draw it multiple times and really notice that you're struggling, and just go, oh, actually, maybe the nose has a bit of a line like that, and but maybe, and just feel completely free to really research this, this person of affection. And it can be left like this. I mean, you can even have a drawing that you can even have a drawing that's, you know, just something simple, and and that will be enough, you know. Eh, like these drawings don't have to take a long time, you know. Like it's not, whoa, it's, you know, it's not like a 10-hour study. You really need to ask consent from people if you want to do that. But 10 minutes, anyone can be thoroughly enjoyed for 10 minutes. Hmm. Really, the more enjoyable you can make it for the person to be seen, you're doing them an enormous favor, and they will also appreciate the drawing. I mean, you can either give it to them, of course, or you can keep it for your own, you know, affection, and just, I'm so glad I got to do this drawing. Because that makes you go back to your sketchbook and with excitement. Yeah, this is the time when I was with this and this, and it can be thrilling to revisit a sketchbook that you haven't noticed in a while. So let's see. You know, it is, my painting is a bit high up over on the shelf, but it's so I can look at it every day. I'm like, yes. That's what I want my art to feel like. Like screw it. Like, who cares about having an audience when you can get off from your drawing, and be thrilled that you made drawings. I mean, that's my goal, to alleviate myself to that level. And then the drawings, if they turn out great, you know, wow, fantastic. And if they turn out, you know, absolutely horrendous, if you show that to someone, you could have the best laugh of your life. Check this out, and you turn around, and it's like, no. So, good or bad, it's a good time. So, and I mean, you can just get so high off of drawing. Like, I mean, is there anything that is both so difficult and so enjoyable? Hmm. Is this? That's a bit too brown, unfortunately. So I'm not gonna add that as a bit of a rouge. It's a bit what's this? Anaral, anaram, Amaryllis? I can't even pronounce this color. Chestnut brown. Okay, that was the brand. So that's a brown color. I thought it was a sienna when I packed it. Um, that's it for my drawing. I hope it wasn't focus. um, Otherwise, I mean, it was a good time. Um, so yeah, uh, that's it. I mean, if you find someone to draw, and that you like, then you will have a good time no matter what the result is. And really, like, remember to you push out and you breathe high and you breathe full, because the chance to really draw someone is so exciting and full of possibility, for both of you, and so that it should be this feeling of like, of course we are both having a good time. That's at least what I hope that you can gain from doing such a video. And I hope that you will do an little art meditation. It can just be in private for yourself, like I did of this lovely painting I already have made on a previous fantastic occasion. It can also be from a photo, like say you went out and you had a really good time one evening, and then you come home a couple of weeks, like a couple of weeks later, you want to revisit the memory, and like what better opportunity to really sit down and like feel out the warmth of the air and the smiles on everyone's lips, or however it was, than to go back and draw and remember that moment through drawing. I mean, that's just passionate. And then in doing that, you become a bit more passionate about your life, I feel. And when we have passion for our life, well, then we can take that and we can push it anywhere we want. Yep, that's it. Thank you for joining me in this thrill. and I have to go for a walk. I'm so sweaty. But it's much appreciated. I'm gonna be making more art meditations. I think it's a blast to do, and I think it's important to do, to remind everyone that art is supposed to be anything you want. So why not make it enjoyable? You know. That's it for me. Have a good day.